So, as you can see, I'm preparing to clean up all the parts as I mentioned before. And I wanted to touch on a small little topic that I don't know if anybody is aware of. About a week ago in Baltimore, Maryland, there was a, I think it was called Autocon show, or Autocon, maybe I pronounced it incorrectly, as always. And Blueprint Distribution, followed by the Gundam Gunpla World Cup show thingy that I'm gonna go at the New York Comic Con in October, was present at that location. I was gonna go there, and to tell you the truth, I was gonna go there and buy this kit again. The reason why is because they were selling the clear blue version of the Jesta, and they were selling it for a good retail price of 30 bucks. I don't know if anybody went to that show. It happened in when did it happen? I think it was July 27th or 28th. I was actually planning on going. I was a bit shocked at how much the tickets were. There was no daily ticket price. There was a weekend price of $80, and all I wanted to do was go there on a Saturday. I wasn't prepared to pay 80 bucks just so I can get myself a $30 kit. For that, I might as well buy myself a perfect grade kit, or excuse me, a couple of 4 high grades, or 2 master grades, or a perfect grade at that price range. Where are my clippers? Oh, here it is. Okay. I actually want to get myself a clear version kit of a Gundam kit. I don't know which one to get. The Jesta would have been a good choice. I know there's a clear version of Unicorn. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a clear version of Shinanju as well? I'll have to investigate that. This month of August is going to be an interesting month, since we're going to be seeing the master grade version of H2 Normal, followed by the Orbital H3 Orbital kit, and what's another one that's supposed to come out? I'm sorry, I don't have my computer in front of me to actually see. It's to the side, but I'll get this thing done. I did order some kits that I really want. The 1/1000 scale Space Cruiser Yamato 2199 kit. I really like Space Cruiser Yamato. I have the 1/700 scale version of that kit, and I really screwed that kit up so bad. I'm embarrassed to show it on camera, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to show it on camera. I will show it. I'll show it when I get my kit, and when I get my Yamato, and I'll definitely do a side-by-side comparison of the damage. I also ordered the H3 SD kit. Hopefully I get that soon. The one thing I did not order, and many people are probably wondering if I'm going to do a dual build video series with Prime 92, I did not order the Infinite Justice. Many people are probably saying sacrilege. I should buy it. But if you guys know the amount of kits that I have, I really have no other place to put it. I'm now reaching to a point where I have to get rid of stuff. Plus I have no time to look into getting that kit yet. I may get it later on, in a couple of months or so. Hell, I may that kit may wait until Comic-Con, but I'm not gonna get no more kits now. I gotta stop. The amount that I picked up, the amount that I ordered should be fine for the next few months until Comic-Con, when we'll see the Master Grade Buster, and and of course we'll be seeing the preview, which I guess everybody's probably talking about, of the real grade Zeta Gundam. If, you know, allegedly, supposedly. Alright, so at this moment in time, as you can see, I'm doing a light pass on these parts with a 400 grit sanding stick, and this sanding stick is starting to show its wear and tear. But I wanted to show you some things that I've already pre-built. Yeah, that hand needs to be sanded down a little bit more. So, like something like this, I've already glued. This is actually one of the joints of the legs, which now I'm waiting for the glue to dry because I bleeded it out, and then I want to sand it down, keep it a solid, you know, a solid part, a solid, you know, without any of the seam lines. But one part of the kit that I wanted to focus on quickly was the assault rifle, which of course I did put a lot of sanding, a lot of glue here, and I have to carefully. I don't want to do this rough. I want to like do this light and just sand it down and get it nice and flush. Get that seam line out, you know, out of those parts. Sometimes I'll have to give it a nice pat, like a couple of passes every now and then stop, clean it up a bit, and do it again. This one's going to be a little tougher because the seam line is like all the way to the edge, so you want to get that nice and flush. So while I was working on the gun, I was looking at the instructions, and this thing come with the two stickers that go on the front and back end of the sight. I played it slick, and I decided to cut out the cavity of that area so it looks like an open socket, an open sight right there. Now this is going to be a little tough. I'm going to see if I can make my own little small cross that will go right in between these two. I could probably use the brass wires, but the wires are very thick, so putting it there would be a little bit too much. It has to be a little thinner. I could probably shave off some plot plate, get it nice and down, and, you know, into a cross, and then get it in there and glue it on so it has that nice little, you know, spot right there. Also, you know, for those of you guys, it's the red dot that goes right there. But so far this is starting to look good. Alright, so let me continue on, and then we'll focus on other parts, okay? Well, as you can see, I got the Jesta partly built. As you can see, it's halfway done. halfway done in me constructing it, but I'm not completely done, of course, with painting and stuff. But I wanted to get a general feel of how the kit would look like, already partially assembled, as you could see. The shoulders gave me a lot of trouble, because I had to not only glue them together, but I had to sand them down until it was nice and flush. And even I'm not too 100% happy with it, because there's a little gap there that's forming here where I'm gonna have to resand them down again. Using various grits like 400 grit and then 800 grit works, but sometimes you gotta really dig in deep, so I'm using this much more rougher grip. This could be maybe 200 or so. It really scars up the plastic really well, but then you compensate it again using the 400 and then doing it again with the 800. Another observation while I'm building this kit, of course, is I didn't realize that even though I'm seeing blue, there's kind of a two-tone blue color. This blue is a little more lower shade than this one that even has a shine to it. And you can see that here on the actual chest piece. I'm going to have to be very careful when I paint this kit, because obviously this part here has to be painted gray, and this one's going to be painted the desert yellow. Along here, this is gray as well. So I'm going to be really using a lot of tape, you know, to me as masking tape to cover this. Now I can't take this apart because I've already glued this guy. The head I can take apart, especially since there are three, you know, these parts are loose and everything else. The one thing, once I'm putting it together and I glue it, the one thing I'm not putting on would be the visor. This little hole here, I'm going to see if I can try to paint the inside of it silver and then cover it with, of course, the clear orange face mask that goes on it. Everything else looks okay, and just needs a little bit more cleaning up, a little more sanding. And then I'm going to go to the next phase, of course, is to put on make the waist, make the legs, and then, of course, begin priming this kit. So let me continue on working on this guy, okay? Well, I thought it would be a good idea for me to show you what the kit really looks like already completely assembled before painting. Yeah, I did say that I was going to prime it, but let me just, I decided to finish up the legs and give you an overall look of what the kit really looks like. It still needs a little bit of sanding in specific parts of the area, but some areas that I didn't want to glue and sand and glue, because I wanted to take it apart neatly so that way I can paint them individually. Part of the arms can be removed. The only thing is the inside of the arms like this, I can't. I have to glue them on, sand them down, and then paint them, and of course cover them with the cover it with masking tape, and then repainting it again on the other colors. But the waist, the legs, the thigh, the feet can be easily removed and painted individually on the colors that I want. So that is what I wanted to show you. Here's the hand as well. Oh, I'm sorry, here's the gun with the hand assembly. I'm going to remove this so you guys can see this. It's all the same color, so I'm going to pretty much glue this hand onto this grip. Yeah, I'm gonna probably do that. It's better this way. I was not thinking of putting it on the left hand. The right hand would be perfect for this, so it will be simple. I just need to sand down more parts. Since I realized that the intricacy of these parts are so small, my sanding stick is too wide and broad for me to get into specific areas. So I went to another hobby store. I always go from hobby store to say hi, how you doing? And I guess I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I went to Richfield Hobbies here in New Jersey. I haven't seen them in a long time. It's mom and pop shop, very nice people. He just got himself a shitload of model kits, not Gundam of course, but a shitload of model kits that even he couldn't believe. I don't know how he got it. But I went there to get some plot plate, some stuff for the diorama build, and I said, you know what, I haven't purchased, I've been looking into getting this for a long time. I think it was the right opportunity to pick this up. This is Squadron Tools 10-piece needle file set. They're very small, flat files. Now, I got a little case that I can put them away when I'm not using them. I'm not going to keep them in here, but these are perfect to sanding down specific areas, small areas that are a little cumbersome to work with. These cost me $13. So a must for us hobby builders who need specific tools for specific needs. Anyway, enough about all this. Let me just clean it up a bit more and begin priming Jesta.